We're starting to the game. Come for 1 little second. Right back. 1 minute. Back. Let's go. Game. Nice there, mirrored. And they will always check if the teams so choose. A lot of the high level teams are pretty chill about that, so they will tell each other at which position of the map they are. Because if they are balanced, then it should be a fair game. If both wolves, for example, have the same spawn on both stacks, but if the spawn is switched there, it can be quite unfair. So they will oftentimes then just remake the lobby. Half the middle for Cali. Curvy. Definitely very worth. Go for the ruin. I don't think we will see a altar stack over. Yeah, that's what I mean. If a wolf has a treasure spawn and the others not, that's one of the best examples you could have there. Also, like horse having a treasure against having a treasure. Pretty important in a lot of matchups. It's pretty cool that they look for it themselves. Didn't have a special ruling for it here. I just said that if they have not balancing. What were the wording there? I had a good wording for that. If they have major flaws and they see that as a major flaw, both of the teams. So I feel okay then. Can already see the main tile there. So we're back at the fork decision. Do you like it? Don't you like it? What is your stance right there? Maybe the other team isn't able to see the other their town hall. I don't know. I personally don't have too much of a problem with it. Well, it's true. It's is an advantage. Definitely not balanced. Like one team can see it and the other not. But it weren't usually that big of a problem. Never had the feeling that I got rolled because my opponent, only because my opponent could see through the fog. What? What? Asian architecture is magnificent. That's what I mean. Kind of true. Or no. But why? A rather deep scouting here, Ali. I would call that rather deep. It's right next to the main tower. That's very good. Very, very good. Rather small map here. Really, really small. Tiny. This might welcome a pretty aggressive play here. And they already got the middle, so that's a little bit of an advantage for that. Maybe. Small map, many treasures. It's definitely possible. Trying to make out if I could see something. Seems rather stacked. You soon hitting 200. That will definitely. Not going for ultra early stone. But he is scouting super deep. Actually feel like Kelly could go up to 200, not go for any stone. Upgrade his scout camp. I don't feel that's what's happening. Put down silo. Not gonna be like recklessly early, right? They still might do an 801 aggression here. If you scout that deep, you usually have a race. Even if Nido just passing there. Ah, I don't think it's too bad though. We don't have masses of Northgard tournaments, so I feel like having a little bit of a meta show off is not too bad. It's the final of the upper bracket. Afterwards would be the grand final, but we might do that in the next week. We already have 2 teams agreeing to that. So we gotta wait. We're playing for like over 4 hours already, so generally wouldn't be too bad. Down. We will still have something in front of us. The game following this best of 3. We'll have another game going on. Pausing, I'm not 100% sure why, but too bad, they can pause. They are playing for the grand finals right here. The team that wins here will go on to the grand finals with a 1-0 advantage. Because they never got knocked down in the loser's bracket. The other team here will go down into the loser's bracket. Play in the final of the loser's bracket for another chance at the grand final. But the finalists never got a second chance, you know? They went through, so they get a little bit of an advantage in the last game. Nope. It's the lower bracket. That other team gotta be played out between the winner in the lower bracket against the, yeah. Against the team that loses here. That would be the other participant. We don't have the winners of the losers bracket right now too. Because we still have 2 teams playing and there would be another game that would need to be played. It would be the lower bracket semi-final then basically. These would be the games that we push into the next week. I'm already pretty hyped, man. The tournament has been going pretty well. There are a few things that aren't that great, obviously. Like the disconnect ruling being pretty harsh. Is really rough, but I don't really know what to do against that. Because you could quickly have players abusing that actually. Well, yeah, I don't really think that happened here, to be honest, but it's the team's choice then, basically. I think they are playing, yeah. I think the game is just going on against the team of Absolent and Cat. They also played great through all tournament, but the games were really good. I don't know how the standing there is right there, because Absolent and Cat are also really good players. Probably also a very interesting game, but I heard that both sides are streaming there. So I will reach out and hope that they will be kind enough to send me their replays, and then I can actually cast that game. Because I imagine that will be a really interesting game now. Having both sides as a recording is really hype as a caster, I can tell you. Can't have more control than having both recordings, being able to set them up at the same time. Switching between them, that's great. The best coverage of a game. Having only one side has downsides, of course, but it's also pretty good already. Way better than not covering the game. We have a dock. I like docks. Sometimes people don't like them that much. Here. But right here, they already have vision. They also have vision over the forest. I think they only need to scout one more tile to see the main tile. Sniff something. I sniff something. He's sending one low scout though, so not too eager about it. It being a really quick affair. And I don't see camps at all yet. Okay, they're scouting the main. Something oh, there's a lot of camps. They are not surprised. They had the same treasures, it's a balanced map after all, so they should be just as ready. They have no upgrades for Kajur at all. So it is usually an indicator that the gold amount should be pretty high. Not going too late game if you don't upgrade stuff. And it is mid 801. Would be the time where you at least have your town hall upgraded already. The upgrades now have movement from Kajur going towards Cali. There's territory there. I think he can block it. Still dancing around that dog. Not too important for Cali, that's why he isn't too involved in that right now. The two of the wolves just dancing. I don't really think that Kelly needs to interfere with that. Let the wolf do their dancing. Nido could probably just add a little bit more army if he needs to. I don't think he really wants to have too much army, since you most likely don't have field rations at this point. You can't actually feed that many warriors. After you get field rations, you don't really have a big problem with that anymore. I just have a huge army and weak food economy. For now, it will be hard. The tile doesn't get captured, basically. Like the wolf jumps in, wants to capture the tile, you get the villagers in on one side, and the timer doesn't start for the capture as long as there are still units from you in the tile that were in the tile from the time that the opponent came into your tile. I know that's quite confusing. But if you have a villager in the tile, the units run in there, the tile timer will not start until that villager is dead or leaves the tile. If you then always keep villagers on the tile and the timer doesn't start, you can just extend the time until the tile is actually taken. Usually it takes 1 minute to take a tile in Northgard. You can then maybe get that up to 2 minutes if you're really good with it, maybe even longer. just try to extend the time as long as you possibly can, so they take longer to actually get into your economy. Which is generally good in Northgard, because if your opponent got an army, he doesn't have villagers anymore working for him, so he's attacking you, he's in your tile. You extend that time he needs to kill you, so your villagers can keep on working in that time frame, and you get the army in the last possible moment. That's usually a little bit of a defender's advantage in Northgard. But yeah, the attacker advantage is yet that you just get your enemy on the wrong foot when you are in the stronger position. It balances out a little bit. But that is oftentimes when you also will see players losing one tile after another, trying to dance as much as possible just to be able to pop army then. But like in a situation like here, Nido really gotta watch out because he has 3 camps on the tile, which is just getting attacked. I'm pretty sure they planned to switch the tile, but that isn't possible right now because they're getting attacked on the tile that they plan to swap. This is a heartbreaker, honestly. I don't know if Kali is gonna be able to get enough army. Just spamming camps where you can. If they are able to push them back once more, they can just give over the tile to Kali, and Kali could build 6 more army. And he doesn't have a bunch of gold right now. He doesn't have a bunch of gold anyway, I didn't even see. Villager approach. A lot of villagers in eco though, that they sacrifice for that. But Moses and Kajur are going for the fight here. Losing his army. We're itching with a little bit. Still doing so much eco damage because all those villagers are not working. This is working pretty good for Kajur and Moses in my opinion right now. I don't know how all in they went, if they would still have something, but this 801 push from them, pretty promising right now. They did quite a bit of damage. The question is how much do they actually have at home, how all in were they? Yeah, kinda greedy. But if they survive, speaks for them, right? The tile now given over to Kali, now with 12 warband. It's basically only the gold missing. We say no altars on stacks. Does somebody have the info how the other game is going, by the way? That would be really interesting to know. Between Misery... damn. We were looking the stream of him, I just forgot the name. 1 second. See? We're excellent. Shaba and Misery going against Cat and Absolent right now. I don't know how the game is going right now. Can't tell you how won that exchange. It's hard to say, right? It's hard to say. I would in general say that Mo and Kajur won the exchange itself, because they definitely did a lot of eco damage there. But the question is if they went fully all in for that. I think Kali and Nito are actually better off now. If they are healthy at home and they had eco going for them while they were doing that, I feel like Kajur and Moses have a little bit of the upper hand. And the fame counts are looking pretty similar. So I wouldn't say that they were full all in. No. Nima Titan. didn't play in the tournament myself. I organized it. That is, yeah, not possible. Also, I guess. It would look pretty weird if you play in your own tournament. Generally, I would say, but also there's a lot of organizing to do. So yeah, definitely weren't able to play in the tournament myself anyway. Can't play and organize. Already casting and organizing didn't really work out all too well, I'm gonna be honest. Pretty nice right now to have a lot less organizing to do because there's a lot less games going on at the same time. Dr. Disrespect won his own tourney. Well, I don't want to say anything against that. It's okay. I guess you can do that. Who's your first pick for a teammate? Oh, that's... I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of really cool players around I would play with. I'm usually a fan of the more chilled players, but also don't really have a problem with people that are a little bit more try-hard, let's say. Ashford knows. What a bunch of arm. If that should be a full. Or if they just plan to force them to pop, maybe. 7 army right there. Is 802 after a 801 fight, so might not be too bad here. Army there from Kajur. Seems to be less. Something coming in from 3 warriors. They already take the tile there. That were quick, man. Do they have a conqueror, like invader? We don't really want to proceed into the main tile there. I can understand why. They could basically do the same eco damage they just have received. They choose to go home for a minute just to clear out the Draugr there. Oh, that's far. Well, I guess you can still buy time with a villager. A bit of dancing again. Just buy time for the Draugr. Yeah, it has to be invader, right? Yeah, man. That were so quick. Must just be invader. There we go. Draugr killed. Like, Kelly's army is getting bigger and bigger by the moment. Looking pretty good now. 9 warriors. Mo and Kajur were also forced to pop and they rushed in 801. 9 army at this point is generally pretty scary. Draugr invader. And they renamed Conqueror because the military experience tree is called Conqueror. They were a little bit confusing when talking about it. I found the change very welcome. Didn't mind it which of both were changed, but that they don't have the same anymore. It's really great. The villagers are coming in. I don't know if they can defend with villagers. I think they will be able to defend like that. That's what but they will get a huge damage for the eek. Whoa! Ah! That were a close one. Because you're trying to show again how you save your chief. Didn't work out quite. And yeah, that's if it depends for them. No. It were the best idea to pull through that whole fight. I wouldn't have thought that it goes so much into the side of Kajur and Moses. Would have thought it would go a lot, be a lot closer. But we go for the third game here, which again should be a little bit more off meta, because Wolf, Lynx, Scroll, and Stag are banned then for the next game. This is gonna be so close. They will fight it back. More army incoming. Good enough? Don't know. Kelly has his villagers here. It's not too great. I think if he sends the villagers back, the tile can't be defended. So they're, yeah. They're pretty stuck right there. The tile, nothing to do against that. I think Mo and Kajur can really do a lot of pressure right now. I don't know if the tile can be defended like that. I wouldn't say so, honestly. I'm not 100% sure how much army they have there. No clear view on that. Rooting for game 3 so Moses can play his board. That's not impossible. It's possible. Works on Kali. Oh. That's evil. Just evil. Yeah, but with axe throwers, should be able to clear. Oh yeah, you're taking that. Interesting dancing. I don't know how the eco is. Could have a bunch of army. I actually think they couldn't actually take the main tower right there, so it is the right decision for them to stand there. But are they just building up more army in the background? Should be happening. Is more army. Oh yeah. Ali also can. I'd actually villagers too. Going to. With that, they might again be able to just hold on, but I think at this point, actually looking pretty thin then. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they will be able to defend. There's a lot. Army, but also villagers. Problem is they can basically hold them here. Cali's eco over here, that's not what you also can't push in it. Don't have enough army. Just. So I feel at this point it's really game. It can be the right. You have him in check, right? Go in. Good moment right there. Control of, I think that is a really good engage for Kaju and Moses. I don't think it could have gotten much better for them. Waited for a great moment over there. And we're going to game 3. We are going to game 3. Good game here from Kajur and Moses, bringing it back to the 1-1. Now, the last game will decide who will actually be going for the grand finals with here with an advantage. The other one going down to the lower bracket and competing there to actually also still get into the grand finals. So it's not all over for the team that loses here. So, guess we will have a little bit of a break here then again. Just gonna let you see this. Jump out for one little moment, right back, then start with the next game, which might then also be the last game for today, if all the teams agree here. You might then still jump over to the other game